is Megan, and I am back today with a new life update video. And yes, we are in my bedroom, which also is my scrapbooking room slash studio slash area. So it definitely looks a lot different than I've ever had before. So welcome to my new space where I will be scrapbooking and also living for the next little while. Yeah, we'll get into that. So this is a life update for 2024. I know it's been quite a while since I've posted a video. Life has just been crazy. I moved in the middle of December, and kids and custody and just life is kind of crazy right now. So it's also good. It's good. It's hard, but it's good. So I just wanted to get on and kind of go over a few things that have happened and will be happening and are happening, and my plans for the year, scrappy wise and life wise, and just everything. Okay, so let's jump in and start going right off the bat. So number one, I am in a new space. So I decided I think it was November, to see if I could qualify for an apartment of my own, that I could have a space with just me and my kids, my 3 kids, because I do own a home with my partner slash fiance, Ashley, and her and I have been together since October of 2022. Officially, we moved in together, and my kids have just been having a little bit of a hard time with everything going on in life. Everything happened so quick, and so in November I kind of took a step back and decided that I was going to get a place with just my kids, so then my kids and I could have a place. The reason for that is because the house that I bought with my partner is super duper duper small. And so my kids didn't really Rachel and Jonas shared a room, but it was also my craft space, and Tinian didn't really have a space that was all his own, or even just that he shared with his siblings or anything. It was he was always with other kids, and my kids just aren't used to that. And so I think after moving into the house, it was just a lot for my kids to kind of just take on, because it was such a smaller space and everybody was just cramped, and even I feel cramped in the house sometimes. So it's just a lot. It was a lot different for my kids. And so after trying to make it work I think we moved in April, and then I moved out December 14th into this apartment. It was a hard decision. It was a really, really hard decision. So Ashley and I are still together. I want to say that first and foremost, we didn't break up. This isn't the end of my partner and I. We're still planning on getting married and all of these things. We still have a relationship and are working towards having a family together. I just needed to take a step back for my kids' sake and make sure that they knew that I care about them, and that I am still their mom, and I am still here for them and focus on them. And so when I'm here at the apartment, I focus on them. I mean, I still make plans, with Ashley, and do things with Ashley and her kids and as the family and stuff. But when I'm with my kids, I focus on them for the most part. And that is really important to me, just because my kids have kind of been saying to me over the last, year or so, that they feel even when they would come to the house, I never had time for them, and they understood, but at the same time, like, it was still difficult because they were used to me just always being available, always being able to drop everything and go hang out with them. So it just was really, really hard for them to get used to being in such a cramped space, and then also not really ever being able to spend time with just me. Everybody was always around, and so it was hard. So I decided that I was just going to get an apartment just for me and my kids. And I actually was surprised that I qualified. Excuse me. Honestly, like, I was super surprised because, Mark's house, my name is still on Mark's house, and then I have this house with Ashley, and then I also have a couple like loans and credit cards, and so I was kind of surprised that I even qualified for this place. I got a really good deal on it, and it is furnished, so I didn't have to go out and like buy all new furniture. I didn't have to go out and like open up all of these accounts with my name on it to have like heating and, you know, cooling and all of the power bills and everything like that. The only bill that I have is for rent, and then the rental company pays for like electricity, power, heating, like all of those expenses. The only thing they don't pay is the internet. So I pay, I think it's like $50 a month, which really honestly is not that bad either. So because everything worked out so well, like it just all started falling into place. I found this place, and it had just barely, like, they hadn't even posted it. I was looking at one of their other units, and the lady was like, actually, I have a furnished unit. Would you want a furnished unit? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, and all the bills are included. And I was like, that's even better because I already have bills in my name with Ashley. So to open up another set of bills, like, that would just be so much, you know? So it just worked out perfectly. And so that was the other reason why I went ahead. Like, I felt like things were falling into place. Like, I wasn't coming up with all of these like red lights or red flags, or like, okay, this isn't working. What can we do now? You know, like everything was just kind of working out. So, I knew for me that was a sign that this was definitely something I needed to do, and I needed to do it for my kids. I had been trying to make things work my way. It wasn't working my way. And so I decided I was going to stop and give it a try with my kids and listen to them. And I'm so glad that I did. Like, Jonas is an adult. So, I mean, he gets to choose whether he wants to come and hang out at my house, and he didn't want to. And so, I hadn't really, like, I had hung out with Jonas, you know, in the summertime, but like in the wintertime, like once, what was it? Like October hit, we hadn't really hung out. And so in October, I think I got an Airbnb rental so he and I could hang out in the town that I work in. And then in November, I got an Airbnb for 2 weeks so that I could hang out and live with Jonas for 2 weeks. But that was just like, that wasn't sustainable. Like, I couldn't pay for my house and bills and everything, and then also have like an expense of having an Airbnb for 2 weeks out of every month, you know, because that was just too much. So getting the apartment, having everything like fully furnished, set up, like I didn't even have to buy towels, or like I had to get bedding, but for the most part everything was furnished, which was super duper nice. So it's been really, really good. So that's good. And Ashley and I are, sorry, I'm like really fidgety. I'll try to cut the fidgety out. But anyway, so Ashley and I are still together. We are still trying to go on weekly dates and spending time together as a family. When my kids aren't here at the apartment, I spend time up at the house with her and her kids. But like today, I'm actually at my apartment all by myself. And that is something that I'm also looking forward to, is finding out who I am in all of this and having space to find that, which is really nice to be able to just have me time and not have to worry about feeding kids and not have to worry about like everybody else's needs. Like I can focus on me, because I feel like I am such a person, like I do make sure I get me time, but at the same time, like I will ignore myself. And then I end up blowing up and it's not pretty, and Megan becomes very mean and nasty and it is not a pretty sight. So it's just kind of nice to be able to have my own space, my own room, and like nobody can touch my things. Because that was kind of hard. Like my 3 children knew, like, do not ever touch mom's stuff. But you know, little 4-year-olds, it's like, yeah, you can't really control them. So anyway, let's see. I think I answered all of those basic questions, why I moved in to a place of my own and all of that. So I am having some custody issues with my ex-husband, and so life isn't perfect. I didn't deal with getting divorced perfectly. Like hindsight is always 2020, right? So I am now paying for decisions that I made when I first moved out, and I am trying to make amends with my kids, and I'm trying to figure out how to move on and move forward. And so that part of life is not fun. So if you don't see me for a couple days on social media or on YouTube, it could be because I'm dealing with that stuff, that I'm having an emotional day. Like I definitely have those days where I seriously just don't want to show up and I just am done. So it is hard co-parenting with someone who doesn't want to co-parent. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not going to bash on anyone here, but I mean, basically that's what I'm dealing with. So it's, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna move on. Number 3, work is normal. That's about the only normal thing in my life is work right now. And work is always the same. So I guess that's kind of nice. I do have a more consistent schedule. I work mostly mid shifts. So I work 8 to 5 mostly all the time. Sometimes 1 week out of every 6 or 7 weeks, I do an opening shift, which is like 4 a.m. to 2 p.m., anywhere in there. And then for a whole week, so for 5 days. And then I do a closing shift, which is like noon to like 10 p.m., anywhere in that time frame. So, and then the rest of the time I usually just do mid shifts, 8 to 5 or like 10 to 7 or something like that, which is really nice because I can take my kids to school and appointments and things, and then I can also be home for dinner. So if my kids have appointments, I usually just go in a little bit later and then come home a little bit later, and then we just eat dinner a little bit later if I have them with me those weeks. So we're still trying to figure out like a new norm. It's different being a single mom and doing this all on my own. And Ashley and I are kind of taking our own paths, and like I said, we're still together, but like, so she has her bills and then I have my bills and everything. And so it kind of is like both of us are more of a single parent now. Like we're still together, but I'm finally seeing what it's like to live in this world on one income, and I don't make very much money. Honestly, I don't. I really do not make that much money, and it's a huge struggle. So, yeah, it's not fun. I'm just gonna say that. Being an adult is not fun, but I do love having this apartment with my kids. It's really awesome. Okay, number 4, Scrappy Life. Let's move on to the exciting subject of Scrappy Life. Yay! Oh, I did want to say, first off, I forgot about this part. I have a puppy. Her name is Olivia, and I post a lot about her on social media. If you don't follow me on social media, I am at Crafty Meggy on Instagram, and I think I am Meggy. I don't know if I changed it actually. I think I'm Meggy Paulos. I might still be Meggy Blethen. That's my Crafty account on Facebook. And then I'm Megan Paulos on Facebook. That's mine just every day because I changed my name. So I'm no longer Megan Blethen anymore. Anyway, I might cut that part out because who needs to know that? Anyway, so I am at Crafty Meggy on Instagram. I think on Pinterest as well. I might be Megan Blethen on Pinterest. I don't really remember. I don't use Pinterest a lot anymore. But yeah. So, and Facebook. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, blooper reel. This might go in the blooper reel. Okay. So I have a puppy. She is 1 year old as of January 11th, which is so exciting, like crazy exciting. I can't believe she's already a year old. Like seriously, I feel like I just got her and she's like a year old already. But she is seriously the sweetest thing, and she has like saved my sanity over this last, what is it? We got her in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Over this last 9 months, she has been my sanity. Like, I absolutely love her. She is just amazing. She's like Max 2.0. Because Max was like my buddy and pal. And if you didn't know, we had to put him down last year in February, which was the hardest thing ever. I've had other dogs before, and I've been attached to other dogs, but I had Max for, let's see, we got him in 2015, I think, and he lived to 2023. So he was a little over 8 years old when we put him down, and we got him when he was 10 months old. So we had him for 7 years, a little over 7 years, I think, because we got him in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah. 15. So it would have been 7.5 years because we got him in late 2015. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah. So it would have been 7.5 years that we had him. And he was seriously like my favorite dog ever. Like, I love all my animals that I've had over the years, but Max was like my dog. So anyway, I miss him. Okay, let's move on. So I now have Olivia, and she's a total sweetheart. She is part husky, part golden retriever, and she's such a calm, sweet, smart girl. Like, love her to death. She got pregnant in I think it was October. I think she got pregnant in October of last year. And she had her puppies December 12th. And they are the cutest things. I will insert maybe some clips here of the puppies. They are so huge. Like, when they were born, they were like, seriously, like this big, if even that big. And now they're like quadruple the size. They're like so huge now. But they live at my house, and so does Olivia. I cannot have animals. I can have animals in my apartment. Olivia is too big. They only allow 25 pounds and under. So that's sad to me because I have had dogs for the last 7 years. So it's just sad. So I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, so she had puppies December 12th. So they are just 5 weeks old, I think, this week. Next week, well, when I'm filming this, they're 5 weeks. The week that this gets posted, they might possibly already be 6 weeks old. So we have to start giving them like their shots and everything. She's been weaning them off of her milk for like 3 weeks. Like once they started getting teeth at like 3 weeks old and getting like claws and stuff, like nails, like, yeah, she stopped feeding them as much as she was before, but she has been such an amazing mom. Like, I'm just so impressed with dogs and nature, and yeah, anyway. But they're getting so big, which is so crazy. And I have a favorite, and I think we've decided that we are going to keep one of them. Ashley's going to put down her dog that is 8 years old because he's just not doing really good. He's just an angry old man, and he just can't stand being around the puppies. He can't stand being around like our other dogs. Like, he's just a grumpy old man, and it's just really sad because he's such a happy dog, and I love Snoopy to death, but we can't have him like nipping at little 5-week-old puppies for no reason because they're sniffing him. It's like, oh my God, grow up, old grandpa. Anyway, so we are going to keep one of them, and so it's just going to be Olivia and one of her puppies that we keep. So we'll just have 2 dogs, which is a good amount of dogs, especially for how small our house is. It's a very good amount because right now we have 3 dogs and 5 puppies, and it's way too many. So we're going to put down one of the 3 dogs, and then we're going to sell the other puppy that we got last year because he's just psycho, and I can't even deal with him. He's a little brat. Like, seriously, I'm just done. So, and I'm not normally the type of person to give up on dogs. I hate it when people do that, but this dog needs a lot of time and attention, and we have 5 kids and none of them pay attention to this puppy, and it's just kind of very frustrating. So I got the dog named Bear, our dog named Bear. I got him for Ashley's 14-year-old daughter because she really, really wanted a puppy of her own. And even though I was getting Olivia, she wanted to have one of her own, and he was only $100. And so I was like, well, sure, why not? Then Olivia will have a play pal. And actually, like, I'm really glad that they had each other, both as puppies. It was hard, but at the same time, I'm glad that Olivia had a friend, you know, that was her same age that she could play with and stuff. But now, like, she even gets really frustrated with Bear because she's a mom now, and she's like, get away from me, I don't want to play with you. You know, it's kind of funny. But anyway, okay, I'm just jabbering about nothing, but yeah, it is something because it's my animal life and I love my puppies. So we're going to keep one of them, and he's the cutest little thing. I'll try to remember to insert like photos and videos and stuff at the end so that you guys can see the puppies and stuff if you don't follow me on Instagram, because I post reels, I post not reels, I post videos and photos to my stories all the time. So if you head on over there, you can see a bunch of them. Okay, so my scrappy life, it's 2024. Why would I not have goals for the year? Well, it's because my life is just insane, and I'm just like emotionally exhausted. Like, I put makeup on today. I don't know if you can really even tell that I put makeup on today, but like, I'm surprised that it doesn't look like I'm just like not dead, because I woke up this morning and I had humongous bags under my eyes because I did not sleep well last night. And then it's just like, I don't know. It's a crazy life. Divorce is not fun. I do not recommend it. But if you're not being treated well and someone, you know, doesn't let you stand up for yourself, don't stay either, because that's not a reason to stay married. Anyway, sorry, TMI. Scrappy life. Let's jump in. Okay, so I have not done much scrapbooking the last few months, which makes me really, really sad, but it's just been so busy ever since October. it's just been really busy. Like Halloween, and then I was at an Airbnb, and I did scrapbook while I was at the Airbnb, but I don't think I ever actually edited any of those videos. Well, maybe I did. I don't remember. I'll have to go look on my channel and see if I did. But also my computer took a crap on itself and it doesn't want to work now. So that's really fun. So I'm using my laptop, which is a PEOS. And it's old. I think it's like 10 years old. And so I have no money to go buy a new computer or laptop or anything, like even the bare basics. I don't have any money. All of it went into my deposit for this apartment and my kids' Christmas. So I am literally broke. So I forgot to say that, I am doing DoorDash whenever I can. I was going to try to do DoorDash tonight, but then I came home and decided to do this video instead and to do some scrapbooking. So I chose me over making money, which sometimes is a good thing. Anyway. Yeah. So my computer went kaput, and so now I'm using my old laptop and trying to make that work for now until I can get my computer fixed, or maybe buy a bare bones basic new computer. We'll see what happens first. So I don't have access to like old videos because they're all on my computer that isn't wanting to turn on and work right now. I mean, it turns on, just nothing, like it's not booting. It just gets stuck. So Ashley actually has like a computer brother, a brother that is like does computers, whatever. So we were thinking if we end up, going that direction, because he lives south of us by like 6 hours, like we might take it with us and have him help me with that. We'll see. I don't know how soon that would even happen. So I don't know. I might just end up buying a new one maybe, but we'll see. So scrappy goals for this year. I don't really have any. I just want a scrapbook. I did open an Etsy shop. If you did not know about that, I opened an Etsy shop in December last year, December 2023, and I'm not really pushing it. Like, I didn't have like a grand opening or anything like that, just because life kind of exploded and I decided to move, and like I wasn't planning on moving, and then it just kind of happened. And so yeah, so life just kind of happened, and I decided to just open the shop anyway. And I haven't made any sales, so I guess it didn't really matter. But I really want this shop to work out. I've tried doing the Etsy thing. I've tried doing, like planner stuff and everything, and it didn't work out. So I am just putting myself out there, and I'm going to try starting this business, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I would qualify for like a loan or anything, because I do need to like start learning how to use Illustrator and all of these other things that like I know how to use Illustrator, but like no in quotes. Like I don't know anything about like graphic design or anything, but I do want to start learning about graphic design and making my own designs, my own cut files, my own just stuff, and putting it in my shop. The biggest thing that I want to do with this shop is all of those people that don't have the Silhouette or the Cricut or the Brother Scan and Cut or whatever cut file machine you have. Those of you that don't have access to that, but you like cut files and you want to use them, and you want to buy the digital collections that are so cute and you just don't have the time or the money or, you know, anything to print it off and then cut file it and cut it all out. I want to do that service for people. Like, that is the idea behind my store. So I didn't tell you what the name was, but it's called Crafty Meggy Co. So just Crafty Meggy and then C-O at the end. And it's on Etsy. And eventually I don't have a blog anymore because, like I said, I'm broke. So I kind of just shut everything off. And so I kind of want to have like a blog again and then have like a website where I can, you know, post things like sales, and I want to have my own shop, and I kind of want to get into selling at other shops as well, not just Etsy. So I'm kind of looking into other shops. I'm not really sure. Like, if you have any suggestions of like a place that is looking for somebody to like physically cut out like digital designs, abode. So to the left we have here my pretty bed. My sister actually bought me this bedspread and I love it. It is so freaking warm. Then on the right I have my laptop, my super old laptop, my Silhouette Cameo, my selfie. I think I'm gonna have that just kind of set up whenever I need to use it. My sewing machine's down here. Don't worry about the mess. It's just laundry and just whatever I don't have a space for yet. I do have this project cart that I'm going to start putting my layouts on, I think, once I start making layouts. And then you come over here. This has a bunch of traveler's notebooks in it and things like that. And then I have some boxes and other things that I still need to go through that don't have space yet. So this is kind of like my mixed media / sewing / kind of just whatever can fit on their cart. And then here is my scrappy space. Da, da, da. This is actually supposed to be like this. So this is where I'm going to be doing my scrapbooking. I'm super excited that I did not end up selling this because I did think about selling that. And I'm so glad I didn't. So I set that up and I do have stuff on this side. I just kind of need to figure out where I'm going to put all of this stuff. And then I have some mixed media stuff back here as well. And then mixed media stuff here, glue stuff there. And then I think just random things, embellishments, washi tape, and then my video recording. I have both of my cameras set up. So one is set up facing me for when I do videos or lives that I just want to have facing me straight on. And then this one is set up to see my hands and my scrappy desk. Then I have this lovely cube here that has a bunch of paper and storage and stuff in there. I have sequins and cork and wood veneer and twine and tags and just all of the things over there. So that is what my bedroom slash scrappy room looks like. And this is my paper tower, my scraps tower that I just have scraps of stuff. And Ashley made me this for Christmas. That was my Christmas present. I was so excited about it. So that is my bedroom slash scrapbooking room. And it's super exciting. I forgot to tell you guys that there was something I forgot to tell you. And now I can't remember. Oh well, apparently it wasn't important. I'll tell you later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.